Alrighty then. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome, one and all. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition: The Tyrant's Grasp, a conversion of the 1st edition adventure, The Tyrant's Grasp, for these wonderful and amazing Patreons who support the channel, keep the lights on, and allow me to do all these cool, fun, and amazing game things. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, folks
Good
at home.
evening.
Yeah, it's good to see you all. I cannot wait to delve into today's game, and I know that there are people in the chat who are also very excited for today's game, so let us not tarry too far as we start by introducing our lovely and amazing sponsors who help us look as good as we do for our sessions. We have Hero Forge for the wonderful art you can see on screen here. All of our character tokens are made using an incredible 3D model making software that allows us to design, create, and bring to life these characters that you enjoy on our streams. We then have Sirenscape for the beautiful sound effects you'll hear throughout the course of the game, because every epic game deserves to sound epic as well, and it helps cast my players into a world of immersive imagination. So thank you to the folks over at Sirenscape. And lastly, Fantasy Grounds, connecting my players from all around the world across our virtual tabletop. You can see here all of the maps, all of the dice rolls, all of that sort of stuff is done using our amazing VTT. So yeah, go check out Fantasy Grounds if and when you would like to. There you go. Now, of course, no game is complete without a cadre of colorful characters to guide them upon the quest and the adventure. And for that, I'm going to turn my ball over to the players to introduce themselves and the characters that are going to be embarking on today's adventure, starting with our dear friend Matt from All Things Fantasy.
Good morning. I play the character Logris, a recently made Knight of Iomade, who is, well, kind of a little bit unsure about himself. He's starting to gain a little bit more confidence, but ultimately he's a little bit of a shy guy. He's just kind of trying to survive the paths on the dead roads and ultimately try to solve the puzzles that are stopping them from coming back to the material plane. He does have a secret superpower, though. Every now and again, he is known to transform into the Rabbit Prince, an individual known to be quite confident and sure of themselves. But he needs all the help he can get, and that's why he has great friends such as Reese to help him out.
Hello, yes, me. I'm Laura Bones, and I play Reese, who's just a farmer. He's just a guy down on his luck, you know, trying to keep his head above the water, and he was already a little bit angry at the world, and now he just finds himself with a rage he sometimes can't control. He has become quite adept at using furniture as weapons, because he's not really much of a fighter, to be fair, although he is a bit of a big guy. So yeah, he just kind of uses whatever's to hand when he flies into his rages, just to protect himself and his friends, such as Ken.
Hey, everyone. I am Twith. I am playing Cairn Stoneheart, the husband of my lovely wife, Nan. Um, Cairn is a dwarf. He is a guardian. He is the proprietor with his wife of the Sword and Board in Rossler Coffer. Well, it's probably a coffin now because apparently everyone's dead. And just trying to, yeah, trying to everyone safe as we try and make our way back to the world of the living and find out what the hell happened to us all. To you, my love.
Hello, everyone. I am Air Genasi. I played Rena Stoneheart. As Grandpa Karen mentioned, we ran a going concern in Rosslar's coffer. Now we're on the dead roads. My driving ambition is to get back to the land of the living, but I would be lying if I didn't say I was relishing every moment of the adventure. It's good to have the axe on my back again and to be clad in armor and to be wondering what's going to be around the next corner, like my friend Wolfgrid, perhaps.
Hello, I'm Lucas, Mr. Gamer Nerd. I play Ulfgrid. He is a battle cleric of Sarenrae. He is also happy to be back in the field again. He spent quite a bit of time in the town of Braslar's Coffer serving as religious counsel to the townspeople. So he is also thrilled to be back out and adventuring. And yeah, is just a scholar of all things religion, loves it, loves learning about it, and has a proclivity for taking little trinkets that sometimes maybe he shouldn't take back to display in his house.
All right, fair enough. Now, of course, we are missing one of our players, which is, of course, our amazing friend Callie, who plays the role of Satori. No, that's not right. Yes, Satori, who is a necromancer who is traveling with our group. Well, basically a member of the wait staff who worked with Karen and Threna, and due to various circumstances, currently travels with their very shady-looking friend Yuri, who, it's just, he's a thing. It's a thing. We don't need to worry about it too much. But yeah. We wish Kylie the best and hope to see her very, very soon. But for today, however, what say we dive in? Oh, wait, no, we have one last thing to say. We have one last group of people to thank, and that is, of course, the most important group among all, which is, of course, our audience members. Guys, thank you for being here, being a part of the show, coming and joining us and hanging out. Whether you're a longtime watcher or you're watching in for the first time, we greatly appreciate you spending your time here with us today. And as such, we want to invite you behind the GM screen to have a little bit of fun and play alongside us as we take our adventure. First of all, just by watching the show, you earn channel points that can be used at any point in time to influence the game with things like insight bonuses, wandering monsters, wandering bosses, divine intervention, divine healing. All these cool things are available at the touch of a button, so be sure to go check those out. And thank you to Twiff for the gifted subs. Again, if you're a subscriber, you earn channel points twice as quick. So yes, if you are one of the lucky few that just got a gifted sub, then congratulations. But yes, and all of the channel points can be used on any of my streams. So, there you go. We also have some monetary donations, which go towards the DAG survival check for the month. The DAG survival check for the month pretty much covers things like my subscription fees, my new books, things like that. And of course, a little bit towards my, day-to-day life, things like my mortgage, solid food, and stuff like that, which of course goes a very, very long way for all the cool things that we do. So yeah. So thank you to anyone who has donated and brought us up. But we have another thing for this month, and that is of course the DAG Survival Check reward. At the end of the month, if we have managed to reach our goal, we will be then doing a poll in our Discord for a additional reward stream. This could be a bunch of different things. This could be a tutorial session. This could be a one-shot. This could be advice on role-playing. This could be advice on GMing. This could be a build a adventure scene, and then I'll hand it out to all the community members. Could be a fitness stream. I mean, whatever it is, we're going to be spending some time and working out a reward stream for reaching our goal. So that's where we're at. But we, of course, are not doing this without some bonuses to you guys who are donating, and that is, of course, in our DAG donations. For $5, you can award hero points and Jinx points to my players and to me. Hero points are for my players. They're the red marks there. They can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for stuff that isn't in the rules, and roll with advantage. Jinx points can be used to counter hero points, make bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate things ever so slightly. For $10, you can donate for a random plot twist in the adventure, where I will draw from this random deck of cards, find a random story prompt, and insert it into the game. The other $10 reward is a draw from the Harrow deck, where the players get to draw from the infamous fortune-telling deck, and from there on in can use GM powers to bring that fortune into being and summon it to help them in a tight situation. $20 for a coveted golden natural 20. Sometimes shit just needs to work, and a nat 20 is how we do it. $50 is a boost to a boss the group is fighting, making the boss tougher, faster, stronger, maybe changing the parameters of victory, changing the terrain, adding in extra complications, whatever it is, it's a massive boost to the boss encounter. But if they overcome it, they receive a magic item. And lastly, we have a secret menu item for today. The secret menu item is going to be a gifted reward. The party will throughout the course of today's session, gain the assistance of a nightmare creature that will permanently help our heroes against mental effects. Basically, if anyone tries to scry on our heroes, if anyone tries to mind control our heroes, there will be a backlash effect due to their time spent here in the Nightmare University stuff. So yeah, there's that as well. So yeah, that's our DAG donations. A real quick shout out to the Lollygaggers coming in hot with their community. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Welcome in. For those of you who don't know, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead as a Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. We're playing Pathfinder, and we're just about to kick off our game. I hope your stream went well. And guys, if you haven't checked out the Lollygaggers, they are a fun, entertaining, and amazing group of content creators and role players. They do a lot of really, really fun stuff on their channel, and their community is one of the friendliest and most welcoming communities I have had the pleasure of being a part of. So yeah, go check out the Lollygaggers. They are great folk, great peeps. All right, we good? Fuck yeah, let's do it. So, when last we left off, oh Jesus, that was not. Let me try that again with a little less gusto, please. I need a little gusto, not like a tremendous amount of gusto.
Just the right amount of gusto.
Yes.
Reasonable amount of gusto.
Yes. Much better. Okay, so our heroes. Oh, we have a donation real quick. Let's see, a nat 20 for me, Reese. And a hero point for Satori. Ah, very well. So let's do that real quick. A nat 20 for Reese, a nat 20 for me, and a hero point for Satori. All right, beautiful. There, all is balanced in the world, as everything should be. Okay, so. Our heroes are citizens from the town of Roslar's Coffer, who one day awoke, no longer in the nestled town that is at the southern reaches of Lostwall, but instead they awoke in the Boneyard, land of the dead. The entire town overnight having succumbed to death itself. But something was odd. Our heroes, unlike the rest of the townsfolk, still remained connected to their physical forms, their bodies tethered somehow here in the land of the dead. Two psychopomps, Umble and Thoot, saw this as an opportunity to correct the cosmic balance and return our heroes back to the land of the living, and at the same time avoid getting in trouble because they are two colossal fuck-ups who continually get in trouble. And if people find out that they let flesh bags into the land of the dead, they would certainly get told off. So instead of dealing with all that paperwork and all that reprimanding, our heroes were informed of the Dead Roads, a long passage that leads between the realm of the dead and the realm of the living. But in order to return, they require 3 seals, stamps of approval given by the keepers of the various waypoints that lie along the dead roads. The first they acquired from the Queen of the Tooth Fairies, from their Tooth Palace, after having thwarted her son's attempt at a coup d'etat. The second they acquired from Kishkokish, a puzzle master who had been captured by a creature of fear known as a Sakil named Vithez. After freeing Kishkokish, he was more than happy to allow those who had solved so many of his puzzles, riddles, and traps in order to proceed on their way. And now our third location with our third keeper is Sala Sahara's scriptorium, where she had been given the task of killing our heroes. But when she refused to do so, her boss, a woman by the name of Minchenta, who was apparently after our heroes, basically installed a new keeper of the scriptorium, a assistant to Sala Sahara named Mrs. Pedipalp, who has perverted her research into dreams and the visions that come from them to research about nightmares, transforming the dream gate into a connector to the horrifying realm of Leng, allowing nightmares and dark thoughts to permeate throughout the entire keep, the entire university. As our heroes have explored much of the university already, they have encountered many of these nightmares, but they have potentially found one ally. Trapped within an infinite hall and painting, a scholarly individual appeared to inform our heroes that to pass through and into the tower where Mrs. Pedipalp is, they would require some extra piece of knowledge. That, in the form of a black book, should our heroes find, will be able to bring it to the portraits and be allowed passage through. Our heroes managed to, with the aid of one of the clerks, not only protect the clerk from the mad, nightmare-driven other clerks that were possessed here, but also managed to find the black book, which is where we begin our adventure. We also have a secret menu item unlock. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be adding into the group chat, which will be added into your character at an appropriate time. Nightmare Guardian. When subject to a confusion, scrying, or dominate spell or ability, the caster must make a basic will save or suffer XD8 mental damage, where X equals our group's level. And this is a reaction. All right. You may also converse with the Guardian during your sleep, should you wish to. All right. So there we go. That is our secret menu item unlocked, and thank you kindly to our anonymous donator. We also do have a level 3 hype train, which for our level 3 hype train, what we are going to do is we're going to give you 3 scrolls of calm emotion for our group. So that'll be 3 scrolls of calm emotion.
Is that 3 total or 3 each?
3 total.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, as the clerk emerges from the small alcove that Ulfgren pushed them in, looking around and seeing his dead co-workers, he holds in his hand what looks to be a black leather-bound book with the symbol of a crow upon it. He looks around at the carnage and says, "Oh my. Well, that is rather unfortunate. But I suppose it does make sense, given that they had lost their minds. I am very glad that you chose to repair my function instead of," he steps over one of the bodies. I believe I found the book of the occult that you were speaking of. There is unfortunately no title or bookmarking to this. He goes to hand it to Ulfgren.
Ulfgren will take the book. "Ah, well, thank you. You did great. That's amazing." And he's going to clap him on the back, probably harder than he should.
He does topple a little bit, like when they show those YouTube videos of like, hey, look, we made a robot that can kick a soccer ball, and then they just shove it for no reason, and then it's like, fuck you, I'm trying to fucking kick the ball, right? He kind of does that thing where he sort of wobbles to recorrect himself, but yeah, he sort of stands up, and he says, one is glad to be of service. Little tear.
Did we get his name before? Have we gotten his name yet?
No.
That seems rather rude of us.
Wasn't he Basil?
No.
I thought he was like Basil. No, that's somebody else. Sorry.
That's the guy in the portrait.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
So, yeah, Ulfgren will introduce himself and ask him his name, since we don't actually know it yet.
He says, I do not have a name. I am simply called the clerk. Since arriving here, Salasahara has not given names to those of us who work within these walls, and many centuries have passed since we once walked the mortal realm where names were important. Now we simply caretake, keep this place in order, or at least we did. Now it seems as though our purpose has been somewhat perversed by the new owner.
Well, we hope we can set that right for you. And we're sorry about your former colleagues, but we really had no choice.
As I said, perfectly understandable.
So, are you all called the clerk?
Well, a clerk, their clerk, the clerks. Any iteration of these would suffice when addressing us.
I think, would you mind if we gave you a name?
If it would allow you easier access to the library and its contents, yes, of course.
Should we give him a name?
It seems only right. It's a person. A person should have a name.
He's been very helpful and friendly. I suppose Clark is a little bit too close, huh?
Mark the clerk.
Exactly.
But that's
That's a
such
good
a
ring to
dwarven
it,
way
though.
of naming things, too. I'll call this clerk Clark. Yeah, there you go. Nailed it.
Oh, Clark. If that's all right with you, you're welcome to come with us if you want. We can try and keep you safe. We're looking to reestablish the management.
If that is the case, then it sounds like perhaps you are walking towards the danger. There is many things that I can do here in order to begin restoring order. And with less clerks here than before, it would take some time. I would be more than happy to remain here until you have changed management. And hopefully by the time you return, things will be in a more orderly fashion for you to be able to peruse all of the books and knowledge at your leisure.
Lorgris kind of lightens up a little bit when Clark says that.
If that's what you want, you are your own person.
He nods, and he'll thank you again for saving him and reactivating him, and he'll slowly begin to assume his work, basically gathering up all the bits of parchment and papers from the floor. He's going to basically go to the printing press back and forth and basically try to rebind a bunch of the destroyed books and things like that are in here. It's quite a daunting task for a single person, but you know what? He's getting started. He's doing his thing.
How long did it take us to repair Clark? And how much juju did we have to use up?
It took you about 20, 30 minutes, give or take.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Well, if we set things to right, you'll have help here soon enough. That I promise you.
He says thank you again.
All right, well, we've got some paintings to talk to, haven't we?
Yeah, well, yeah, but maybe there could be something else in here that might be more helpful. Logos looks longingly into the library.
There are tens of thousands of books here. As I said, it's quite disheveled, so many of the books have been either pulled off the walls or scattered around the ground and stuff like that. Each alcove is filled with a massive corridor of, like, just books.
And as a player, I just have to tell you, Logos, I wanted to do the same, but it was so out of character that I had to just leave it. I'm glad you did.
No, it's fine. We can come back and spend some time here, I guess, a little bit later, right? Yeah.
I mean, you know, we probably want to get rid of the mad nightmare.
Oh, you mean that spider guy? Yeah.
librarian first.
That guy.
Well, yeah, well, and you know, Mrs. Petipalp as well, and you know,
Also find out why all of your friends and family died, you know.
yes.
I mean, not yeah. Okay, I see the point.
Little
Fine.
things.
Also, I never told you about death and time dilation, but yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Time dilation?
Yeah,
That
no,
sounds
don't
like
worry about it.
something
It's
I'll
fine.
learn in these books here.
We should probably talk about that. We're
Also,
gonna
there's nothing
emerge
else.
in the subway.
If there's nothing else, we should head back up.
Right. Well, we're ready to go. That's the way we came, I suppose.
All right.
At least this way it's straightforward.
All right. You head back down the way you came, returning to the printing press room, around to the meditation chamber, across the garden filled with, smashed nightmare fruit, and eventually to the corridor that lay in front of you. Once there, you are once again caught amidst a long and ever-expanding corridor, an infinite one that stretches further and further the more you approach it. And of course, on either side of these of this corridor are what appear to be portraits of scholars. Eventually, after looking around, you see one familiar scholar. This individual. A rather disheveled individual who stands by the blackboard. He sees you approaching and furiously begins tapping on the fourth wall that lays between you and him.
Gotta break the fourth wall, huh?
A little bit.
Ulfgren, I think this is where you're up. You're the one with the book. Maybe you should take point in this one.
Sure. I guess I can do that. Wolfgren's going to hold up the book and look at Basil, I believe this is. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what you were looking for?
As he looks, his eyes go wide. He nods furiously. He says, "Be careful. Whatever you do, do not read the contents of the book. I need you to follow my instructions exactly. First, draw this symbol on the ground in front of you." He draws what looks to be a runic circle, Anyone who wishes to try and replicate it may make a craft check in order to do so. And you need to tell me what you're drawing it in or with. I mean, you don't have to do it. You can also do other things.
Try.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I've got some
Reese's-
chalk.
Yeah, I was going to say Reese has got some chalk as well.
All right.
Yeah, I'll try and draw it with some chalk.
Okay.
All right. Passing Ulfgren some chalk, or if Ulfgren has chalk, he begins to draw on the ground, furiously copying the circle that has been written there. Make a craft check.
Me or Ulfgren?
Oh, sorry. I thought it was Ulfgren that was saying that. My apologies. Twiff, then. My apologies.
Nope. Yeah, no, I'll
Because you had that one character that one time. It's confusing.
Ulfgar. Say 16.
Okay. 16. It's not great. You are going to take a -1 penalty to this. It's a bit slap shot, but it has the rough shape. The next thing he says, next thing he writes on the board is, the next part is imperative. Place the book in the center of the circle. Then read the following while holding hands in a circle around the book. He begins to write a kind of a chant or a sutra on the board. This can require a religion check with a -1 penalty.
Alrighty.
For
And
everyone or just for...
just for one person, but the group needs to make a circle around the.
Ooh, shouldn't have rolled that. That was bad.
That was bad. Okay.
But
I'm
here
gonna hero point that
or...
because that was really bad.
Well, that's
The
up to you.
religion's my thing, so yeah, I'm gonna hero point that.
You gonna hero point it? All right.
Yeah.
Go for the reroll. Sorry, real quick, just before we announce the results here, everyone is getting in a circle and doing the chant.
Yes.
Logos feels kind of funny about that. We're following instructions of an arcane ritual for some guy in a painting.
And we're all standing around going, oh,
Yeah, so
Tag-
Logos will
Diane.
do, but he'll do so hesitantly.
Okay. Yeah, very important to give people the opportunity to express what they're actually doing. Like Reese, for example.
Yeah, Reese is just following along. Like, he doesn't
Good.
really understand most of this, so he's just like, doing as he's told currently.
All right. As you
Brandon
begin,
trusts Ulfgren. So she's like, well,
all right.
he's a dwarf that knows things.
Unfortunately, with the -1 penalty from the circle being drawn, that is still going to be a failure. However, not a critical failure. As that begins to happen and the chanting continues, Basil is trying to correct you frantically. Like, you guys are chanting, but you're not in sync. Some of the words are messing up. Reese is kind of doing that thing that you do when you're singing the national anthem where you're kind of mouthing stuff and not actually fucking saying the thing. You're like... Eggs are free, blah da da da. You're basically, you're making some shit up, which of course is fucking things up. And Basil's just like, like you could see he's kind of like kind of getting desperate, like trying to get your attention, but it is unfortunately a little too late. The book flings open and the area begins to fill with a dark smoke. As this happens, several very long, very pointed hands begin to jut out of the book, as pulling out from the book itself appears to be a demon. And we're going to roll initiative in just a moment here. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay. Am I forgetting someone? Who am I forgetting? I am forgetting Ulfgren.
Ulfgren.
Yeah, where's Ulfgren? There we go. Ulfgren. Done. All right. Flying into initiative. The creature that emerges first is the one to instigate. So let's dive in here.
Hey Dad, before you do your whole thing, can I have a reaction, please?
Depends what it is and what the triggering effect is. But potentially, yes.
Initiative.
Yep.
I will attempt to recall knowledge on this creature.
Very
okay.
well. Make a occult check, please.
Sorry, I just got to double check something. I think I can attempt to use a warfare check to determine its, it's an ability or something. So it's not information about it; it's an ability on how it's an information on how it fights.
Oh, yeah, no, I can do that. Yep. Go for it. Make a warfare check.
Thank you. 16 is not going to do it. Never mind.
Nope, it is not.
Sorry.
Oh, well, that's okay. You will find out in just a moment. Okay, so, as I mentioned, the creature begins to pull itself from out of the book's pages. The black smoke kind of concealing what looks to be maybe a portal in the pages itself as these long fingers draw it outwards. A whipping tail lashes and attempts to throw our dear friend Ulfgren off balance. So we're gonna do this. All right. It'll fail, but I don't want to fail. I'm gonna use a jinx point to try and not fail, please. I mean, I could use a nat 20, but let's see if I can do it on a jinx point. Here we go. Let's try that again. Much better. Okay. A long and whip-like tail reaches up and grabs hold of you, Ulfgren, as it pulls your leg from underneath you, and then it uses you as leverage to pull it the rest of the way out the book. What it then does is it looks around and immediately begins to scratch randomly at those around it, trying to basically clear space so it can continue manifesting. I'm going to roll this randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll re-roll. 2, so that is Cairn, and with the third action, I'll do a re-roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Logres. Okay, so Cairn. He is going to attempt to scratch at you, which he will do so. All right. That is 9 points of damage after resistance, but his hands are weird. They're so big and wide that as they scratch you, one of the hands basically just palms and grabs you. So you are now grabbed by that hand. The second hand lashes out to try and grab hold of Logres. It does not. I won't use a jinx point on that one, but yes. So Logres, you managed to raise up your spear just in time to kind of deflect the hands and stop it from wrapping around you as well. But that is this creature. I'm also going to share an image so that everyone can actually see what this creature looks like. There we go. And that is the beastie there. A faceless horned devil made of black oil / smoke. Logres, you're up next. Also, is everyone still blessed? No.
No, they wouldn't be.
Yep. Okay, cool. I'll just take those off real quick. Reese, I assume you're raging at the start of combat?
Yeah, because I think as soon as this thing started climbing out of the book, he just started swearing, just I fucking knew it.
Okay. says the person who legitimately, like, you know, like one of the people who, like, fucked up the ritual. It's like, I knew this ritual would never work. Yeah, because you fucked it up.
I didn't do it on purpose. You just decided it.
You didn't try on purpose either. Yeah, just go along with the flow. Logres.
So this thing's trying to create space so it can come out of the book more, right?
Yeah. You can see that its like kind of legs aren't quite fully out of the book just yet.
Okay. Logris is going to attempt to stab one of the wings into the book to try to.
So to clarify, you are going to impale the book. Is that correct?
Oh no, that's not what I want. If that's the case, I'm just going to try to make an attack and make it as difficult as it can to try to keep it distracted. If that makes sense, like keep it.
I get what you're saying. Make a deception check.
Okay.
You are attempting to make it off guard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, easy. All right. As you begin to use your spear to kind of deflect its hand and sort of try to pull its attention away, you successfully manage to do so as you have made the creature off guard to you. Well, pretty much everyone for a round.
Fantastic. Then I'm going to go for a strike, please.
All right, go for it. Nice. Digging deep, Logres manages to land a solid spear strike in its shoulder. Oh, for max damage, which is 8. The creature recoils backwards from the hit. Yeah, great shot.
Fantastic. And then he's going to try to stab on... Actually, no, he kind of likes where he is. He's going to go for another hit. He's going to attempt another hit.
Yeah, go ahead. All right. That will unfortunately not hit, but bring us swiftly over to Threna. I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can indeed, yes.
Amazing. I said I get to use my axe, y'all. So, grabbing my big honking axe, I'm gonna swing it at that guy. Let's see if I can get in close. Yeah, that won't work. Don't forget what? Off guard. I always.
It's already
forget
applied.
off guard. Thank you, sir. You're amazing. You are the host with the most. Alright. Oh, that's not as good as I'd like, but is it good enough? No, not good enough. God darn it. I'm gonna try again. I hate this whole law of diminishing returns. Yes! Take that!
Oh, so tempted to Jinx point it, but I won't.
Oh, that would be so mean. The dice are so seldom kind to me.
That's true.
Alright, so I get to do crit. And then my damage. Which, honestly, not as great as when we were facing lower level stuff, but I'll take it. So I do. Does it take all of that? Oh, nice.
All right, it does indeed. 15 points of damage.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to push the envelope and swing yet a third time. No way! This is where the Jinx point comes in. I can feel it already.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, does this mean she gets to roll like another one as
Mhm.
well, just to see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very good.
amazing. Oh, wait. So you are jinxing it, or you're not?
I'm
You
not
said
jinxing it.
good. Oh.
Because you rolled 2 in a row, it means you get to roll a third time. Just a d20.
Oh, do-
Kill it.
I did not know that. Thank you. You guys just educate me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so. But where do I roll it on that
Just a-
third modifier, or?
No,
how does
just
that
roll
work?
it. Just roll a straight d20. That's all.
Oh, okay. So that second one that hit does 23 slashing. And
It
then
will do
just
23 slashing. But
Bless
no
you,
insta
bless
kill
you.
on that one. You do, however, get to roll 2 percentages to see if we get some crit effects.
Oh goodness, this is so exciting! I never get to do
Pretty
this.
good. It's pretty good.
1,
Nothing on the first one.
okay, and give me something yummy.
And nothing on the second one.
That's okay. I'm really happy with the 2 crits.
Yeah, no, there were 2 very solid hits. So, Thraina, the spindly body of this creature is nothing compared to the weight of your axe as you bring to bear this huge plate of steel down directly onto this creature, leaving 2 incredibly vicious gashed marks over their body. I believe that is your turn. All
It
right.
is indeed. Thank you.
Done and done, which brings us to Reese.
Okay. Is the creature like come fully out of the book? Is the book still open?
The book is
Does it
still
look like
opened,
more
yes.
creatures are coming out of said book, perhaps.
Okay, so no other creatures seem to be coming out. This creature is still partially in it, so basically about where its thighs are is pretty much still inside the book, making it very difficult to climb out. But it's trying to create space for it.
Is it possible maybe for Reese to dive and try to wrestle the book shut?
I'm gonna say no, just because it'd be like
it's
closing a
quite
door
cramped,
with a
right.
person in it. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, yeah.
you know, it's like,
Oh, that's fair.
yeah,
That's
unless
fair.
you want to chop the guy in half with a book, which is pretty much impossible.
No. No, it's fine. In that case, then I'll at one action to draw my hatchet because previously I was holding hands with people on either side of me, so I didn't have any weapon drawn. And then I'm gonna try and hit it.
All right, go for it.
Or not.
Or not. All right, swinging down your axe,
am I
you
supposed to try
do. Yep, you can go again.
No. Whiff, whiff, whiff.
Oof, 2 whiffs. All right,
Just a
unfortunate.
little axe. I need a big axe.
You need a bigger
He
axe.
looks at
That's
Thraina's giant axe jealously, looks at his tiny little axe, looks at Thraina's giant axe. He's like, grr.
fair. That's fair.
And Thraina's gonna see the look and say, "It's not the size of the axe, Reese."
It's whether or not you can hit. All right. Reese swings, but again, the creature's a little too thin to be struck at with your axes, as it definitely manages to avoid them. We then go to Ulfgren.
Yes. Ulfgren is Ulfgren grappled or anything? Or
Yes,
is he
you
still
are.
free?
You are currently grappled by the tail.
Okay, but that's just like wrapped around his leg, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, yeah, he's just gonna look at this thing and say, "Oh, you are fascinating," and he's gonna kind of admire it for a second, and then he's going to launch a divine lance at it because why not?
All right, let's do it. Oh wait, I know why we don't do it. Give me a second. This creature has attacks of opportunity, which it is going to use to tickle you. which is going to hit,
right.
but
Yeah.
and it is going to possibly interrupt you, but we'll find that out in a moment. Okay, tickle, tickle, tickle. You need to make a fort save as the tail begins to tickle you. You have failed, which means your spell is interrupted and you are sickened as the tail begins to basically cause you to laugh uncontrollably.
Amazing.
But that was its reaction. So you made 2 actions. You got 1 more.
Reese is just like, I don't think this is the time to be laughing. Wait, he's not Scottish.
Yeah, that's it. I can't really do anything else.
That's okay. It was kind of like, Welsh Scottish. I liked it.
Yeah, that's gonna be me. I got nothing that I can do on a single action, really. At least not that's gonna help here.
All right, not a problem. Okay, that then takes us to Cairn.
All right, I'm gonna smack this thing up. See if I can plonk him down and back into the book.
All right, let's do it.
Swing the hammer.
Swing the hammer. Bring the hammer down.
Me off, you love crafty and beastie.
All right.
Oh, it's a hit.
Nice. Solid hammer blow. Okay, for 9 points of damage, the creature is on its last legs. Let's see. That is enough for a do or die flip.
We'll go with the do or die flip. Why not?
All right, let's do it. So, do or die. Yep.
Can't hit the table.
What?
You can't hit the table.
I did. It just landed cocked because it landed on my little wrist things for my keyboard, and then it was But that is a do on the do or dice, which means the hammer comes down, and as it does so, the night gaunt splatters in a puddle of blackish goo. The book seems to be stained for but a fleeting moment before all of that ink and smoke begin to suck back into the book, and the book then slams shut and
Father Ulfgren, should we be playing with this thing? Should we be trying to do a ritual using this thing?
Yes, I think we should because it's fascinating, and I'm curious.
Okay. We just have to really concentrate, and I'll try a bit harder.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll trust you.
Yeah, if
Maybe
you
we should do
wouldn't
like a practice run first before we do the real thing. Like
Yeah,
inside.
yeah.
We'll do a practice
Let's
getting
get
the
the
rhythm.
tent
Yes. Somebody tap their
synchronized.
foot or something, like they
I would
do
say,
it.
who has the best
the
rhythm?
barn dances, that we used to have every harvest.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. Let's do that. Who's got good rhythm? That's not me. I always do the off beats. No, none of us. We're all going to die.
I mean,
I feel like it would be Satori for some reason.
They did tell me a little bit about dancing.
Basil in the
Also, playing
portrait seems to
dancing,
have this
kinda like-
incredibly dejected look.
At least we're not stuck in a painting.
It's all right, Basil. We'll work it out.
He writes down, if someone could dance, I wouldn't be. He doesn't show you that when he writes that down. He just sort of taps on the board and then wipes what he wrote out. He then He then does a few corrections on the circle, basically trying to, like, you know, adjust the circle that you have to, like, make the corrections that needs to happen. If you would like to, you can make another craft check to make the modifications as well. After which, if you are practicing, I will get anyone who is practicing for the ritual to make me a performance check.
Let me try and redraw this circle. Ah, 23. How's that?
Much better. All right, the circle is tidied up a little bit.
I'm not going to try and practice the dancing because it's not
Go on.
going to help me.
Go on, Logres. Oh wait, no, you did. You failed. Everyone failed. Okay, never mind.
So bad.
I didn't try. I watched them practice and I'm like, yeah,
Well,
I'm just gonna wing it.
Because it's a practice, do we know that we really flubbed it badly? I mean,
No, you don't. In fact, that is the way it works is when you flub stuff this badly, all of you have flubbed it, which means you all think that this is absolutely the best. This is without a doubt.
yeah.
I think we're doing great, guys.
Yeah, Logos is
I
feeling
feel-
fully confident.
I feel so much better about this now. Come on. We can do this.
Totally got this.
Let's go.
Several of the other portrait scholars go over and start like hugging Basil. Like, all right, Ulfgren, as the leader of the ritual, I need a religion check from you as you place yourself in the center of the circle once more. All right.
Brilliant. See, I told you a 70% chance tonight was going to be.
That's true. That's true. All right. With despite the incoherent rhythm of the rest of your teammates, Ulfgren, you manage to fulfill the qualities of the ritual, and from your chanting, you know that, like, in some religions, there's the call and response kind of type of, like, you know, sermon type thing. So you start using that to try and help your ritual, and without fail, you manage to get a natural 20. Smoke once again billows out of the book, and once again these black hands begin to pull out, but these ones slightly different. As you watch the portrait of Basil start to basically stain with ink, you see hands begin to pull themselves out, and standing before you, slightly altered from his disheveled self inside the portrait, you see Basil pulling himself into your reality. Pardon, but would you mind lending a hand?
Yeah, Reese will lean down and clasp his forearm and yank him.
All right, as you do so, he seems to emerge as like this wave of black ink sort of pulls out, almost like you're pulling him out of water. And as it does so, Basil quickly kind of turns to the book. He says a few incantations and then closes the book before picking it up. Oh, my word. Oh, thank you for that. That was a bit touch and go there. Oh, but you did it! My God, you all did it! I must say I was a little bit surprised. I didn't recognize that there wasn't an arcanist or a cultist among you. Doing these kinds of ritual can be quite straining for those who use other types of magic, but oh, you did it, my dwarven friend. Thank you. And the rest of you. Oh, I must say I'm very impressed.
Well, it's
Our pleasure to help, and we have amazing rhythm. Anytime you need help with chanting.
Yes. Hopefully not too soon. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am Basil, and who are you?
I am Reese.
I am Sir
Aaron, at your
Logos
service.
Pleasure to make your acquaintances.
We're from Roslar's Copper.
I see. Not a place I've heard of, I'm afraid. Madam, and you?
Oh, I am Traina Stoneheart. It's a pleasure, sir.
The pleasure is all mine. And, of course, my savior himself.
I'm Ulfgren. It's lovely to meet you.
Ulfgren, yes, good. I must say, the air is not quite as fresh as I recall. Well, I don't want to bore you with the details about how I ended up in my predicament. Needless to say, circumstances caused me to need to escape the reality that I was in, and stories do have a way of continuing long before the flesh expires, so I sequestered myself in a place that I thought I'd be safe, but wound up trapped with these notable gentlemen here. This place, the Sala Scriptorum, I learned many things while I wandered its halls, seemingly needlessly. The chief among it is that Sala 1, does not take kindly to intruders. 2, that intruders are locked away inside of these portraits. And 3, the way to proceed forward is to impress the previous principalities of the establishment. Before Sala, these fine and upstanding gentlemen, he says, gesturing at the portrait, were the scholars who were in charge of the lead developments here at the universities. You have Professor Varnus, you have Professor Silvermane, you have, Dr. Caliquia. Yes, all of these people I've had the pleasure of knowing, and they're tasked with not allowing anyone who is not in pursuit of scholarly knowledge entrance into the main tower. Obviously, proving that to them is rather difficult, so I was attempting to help you earlier on with the scripts, but to no avail. However, if you could have found my book, which you so have, I could create an opening just big enough for me to be able to come through. And of course, if they're looking for a scholar to pursue your way forward, they need look no further. I am, of course, very, very interested in what is going on right now. But again, will not bore you with the details. But I presume you still desire to go into the tower, yes?
That we do, sir, and we thank you for your help so far. But I must tell you that we are here at what is her name? Salasahara's request. There's been a coup, and Miss Petipalp has taken over and has changed this whole scriptorium into a realm of nightmares, and we've been sent to defeat her.
I see. Yes, a most troubling thing indeed. I am aware of Mrs. Petipalp. She is quite a nasty piece of work, and it makes sense, given we have not seen Sala in quite some time. Allow me to accompany you, at least for a measure of time. I do know my way around the realms of nightmare, and I believe I could be of some aid to you.
Thank you. We'd appreciate that.
Wonderful. Well, to begin, allow us to enter into the next chamber. This is, sadly, as far as I've ever gotten, so I presume you're accustomed to adventuring, expect the unexpected, have your weapons drawn, all that nonsense?
Oh, a bit, sir, a bit.
Good.
Yes.
Oh, hang on a second.
Taryn,
And he
Taryn's gonna
lets out a
snap
little
his shield
whistle.
up.
A dog comes out from wherever he's been hiding, leaps up into raises hands. Box wants it, Basil.
Oh, hello there. Oh, aren't you a precious little thing? He goes over, and weirdly enough, your dog has not really been very friendly with other people before. Like friendly enough, you know what I mean? Like they're not an aggressive dog, but your dog seems for some reason or another very, very excited to see Basil.
Oh.
Oh
Isn't
yes,
he
no,
like
I
cute?
I love dogs. It's yes. Most people think I'm a cat person because of how I dress, but no, trust me when it comes to being a sucker for puppies. I'm a very, very big one. Actually, I think I have something for. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out like a very, very tiny bone that he then like. May I?
Oh, yes, of course.
The dog very excitedly waits for your permission before taking the bone.
Go on then, dog. You deserve the treat.
It bites down on the bone and then just happily starts munching on it.
Right, I like him. Let's go.
All right. As you proceed forwards, the corridors begin to stretch. As they do, Basil looks forward and then, taking out a piece of chalk, begins to draw on the ground. What he actually draws is a strange series of lines. A very, very shiny hero point for anyone who can tell me what this symbol is. It is a dot in the center of a series of curved vertical lines that run adjacent to it.
Are there 7 lines?
A dot and lines, 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 lines. I can show you the image if you would like.
Yes,
Door at the end of a
please.
tunnel.
Pardon?
Door at the end of a tunnel.
No.
I think we need to see if he's got the image. I would be grateful.
Okay, I'm trying to find an image of it without...
Wireless. And is this on the floor, on the wall?
He's drawing it on the floor.
Ah.
I can't seem to find it.
Is it a rune to compensate for the time dilation? No. Never mind. I'm guessing wild. Shush.
Is it an alchemical rune?
Yes, it is. Anyone who wishes to make a craft check and try to identify it?
Do what I can do.
Yeah, I have crafting, but not. This isn't Reese's ballpark of crafting.
Yeah, no, I got no idea.
It's fair. That's fair.
I'm trying to visualize it. It's kind of difficult for me to do so. Could you perhaps draw it on the map itself, Dag?
I am...
If you can't find the picture.
I can, but I need to trim it to not include all the stuff that I don't want you to see.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right. I will post the image there. And there we go. Ah. There we go. These are the lines that are drawn. I will allow player answers as well.
I mean, as soon as I seen that, like Lauren knew instantaneously what that was. It was like magnets. But
Close.
like polar, you know.
Yes, yes,
mean,
there
that
is
looks-
magnetism
looks
is part of it, but
like-
there's a specific type
Yeah.
of magnetism.
Well, there's kind of two
It
types
looks like
there, isn't there?
opposite pole, uh, positive,
Yeah, you're
pulses.
confusing the polarity.
Right. It's
Reverse
Polarity.
all right. Syl has gotten it. It is electromagnetism. Basically, by drawing these particular lines and channeling electricity runes through both, Basil has basically turned the corridor from one in which the pathways are repelling and creating the infinite corridor to ones that now pull together and now allow that corridor to end. So, yes, by reversing the polarity, we have done so. Syl, you can award a hero point to any player of your choice.
That's really cool. I really like that, Dad.
Thank you.
Can anybody else hear a flute?
That's the
Who's
ambiance.
playing a flute?
It's ambience, damn it.
You have one guy that's hating going.
Okay.
Quickly runs away.
Okay.
It's gone now.
Yeah, that's it. You lost it. No more. Okay, here we go. As you make your way finally to the end of the corridor, you open up a door wherein which you find a small lounge room. In this lounge room, there is a single door that is being blocked and barred by what appears to be a very large, very gruff and angry-looking statue. This statue appears to be a horned devil, not too dissimilar to the one that you were attacked to before, but a lot more beefy and definitely made of stone.
I think Reese probably pulls his axes out just to be on the safe side, just hold him by his side.
All right, there he is.
Thrain has never really put hers away, but she does scrutinize the statue. Are there any like bird droppings on the statue?
No. Generally speaking, birds don't make it through the infinite corridor.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. On one of the tables next to the lounge, there appear to be 4 identical cups, each containing a different type of strange liquid that dwells within. Above each of the cups is carved a different phrase. The first says, "The one drinks dreamless sleep." The next one says, three drink nightmares. The third says, "The eyes see the truth." The fourth says, "The mind sees lies." Okay, so I'm going to paste that in chat here.
Thank you.
Now,
And-
is this described as a single thing above the cups, or is it each line above each cup?
It's... Okay, hold on, wait.
Sorry.
Okay, one drinks dreamless sleep.
3 drinks, endless nightmares. Yeah. Okay.
3 drink nightmares. The eye sees truth. The mind sees lies. Okay, so those are our phrases there. Okay. Now, as you inspect the cups, there we go. The gargoyle then speaks. 4 cups. 1 will carry you safely through the dreaming. 3 will show you things you desperately wish were not true. You may inspect them, you may discuss them, but choose incorrectly, and I shall wake you the hard way.
It's always the hard way. It's never an easy way.
So, 1 will carry you safely through the dreaming. 3 will show you things you desperately wish were not true. Now, these 4 cups contain different colored liquids. 1 black, 1 silver, 1 red, and 1 white. The black liquid appears very opaque. Occasionally, you think you maybe see something move under the surface. The silver liquid is almost like a mirrored edge. You can see your reflection within it. The red liquid is warm and smells of roses. And the white liquid appears like ordinary milk.
And are the colors, the black, the silver, the red, the white, in the same order as, I don't want to call it a poem, but the poem or riddle? So, or put another way, is the red the 3 drink nightmares, the black is 1 drink?
Oh, no. So that phrase is for the whole table. Each of the cups
Okay.
does have an inscription on its base, though, and
Okay.
I'll tell you what those are in a second. Okay, on the black cup, this took me a while to come up with, but, there's a lot here. Okay, so on the black cup, it says, "That which drowns needs not water." On the silver cup, it says, "The lonely are never alone." The red cup, "Death often smells sweeter than life." And the white cup says, "Sleep has no nightmare unless you dream." All
So
right,
I'm just going to try to talk this out, okay?
you may.
So if I'm looking at 1 drink's dreamless sleep, that my original thought was that was going to be death, right? So I was like, whatever the first cup is the death one. But then you've given me 2 death drinks. Well, death drinks, that being the red cup, when death often smells sweeter than life. But then looking at the white cup, sleep has no nightmare unless you dream. So that is also a dreamless sleep. So you've given us 2 cups that could represent the first number. 3 drink
Well,
nightmares.
the 1 and the 3 is just there's 4 cups. 3 are bad, 1 is good. We just got to find the good one.
You must choose.
Yeah, you're right. I could be
wisely.
overcomplicating it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although they seem to be related too, because the white cup says sleep has no nightmares unless you dream. And then the other cup, which is not the white cup, I'm assuming that the black is the 1 drinks dreamless sleep. The silver is the 3 drinks nightmares.
Three of the 4 drinks will give you nightmares. There's not a cup that's 3 drinks nightmares. It's 3 of the drinks are nightmares.
Oh, I get it.
There's
I'm
4 cups.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, the phrasing.
synopsis. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
the
my
phrasing
bad,
is a
my
little
bad.
confusing with that, but it's to pick
Alright.
one of the 4, then again it's through. That's the dreamless sleep, and the rest are nightmares.
I kind of want the cup that says the eye sees truth. But that's just an instinctive gut reaction.
Right.
I don't know what to choose. If you
Yeah.
all have thoughts, but I am leaning towards the eye sees truth. Just
Well, I think that the eye sees truth means we should be able to discern which one's the right one, and the mind sees lie. If we think about it too much, it's going to be wrong.
which makes me think the red one. Purely because... Oh no, that's a bad idea. Never mind.
Yeah, no, so that which drowns needs not water because it's got to serve it. The lonely are never alone. This is curious. That one's a question mark for me, I'll have to admit. Then we've got death that often smells sweeter than life because the smell of rot and decay is often very sweet, disgusting. And sleep has no nightmare unless you dream.
Basil, at this point, thanks to the redemption from Scots in Dakota, says, perhaps there's something physical to observe within each of the cups, not just the poem itself, but maybe the way the substances reflect our own internal thoughts.
Oh, like gazing into them like a mirror? Is that what you mean, Basil?
Well, this one, for example, does indeed reflect like a mirror. The other, like, I guess, blood, perhaps? Something moving beneath the surface of the black and the dark. All of these things are, and obviously the white milk kind of almost potentially deceptively nurturing and calming. You know, one considers having a glass of warm milk before bed, for example, could hide many secrets.
Thank you, Basil. That's
What are you
very
thinking,
helpful.
Reese and Ulfgren?
No, I think looking at them is probably a good idea, but I'm not that good with riddles, but my eyes work. So please I'll just walk over and have a look at them.
All
Just
right.
have a look at the, just like a good peer, just like.
Sure. You take a good, long, hard look at... which one do you want to look at?
He's actually drawn to the silver cup.
All right. The silver cup shows you a perfect reflection of yourself, gazing back at you. There's a moment where you kind of have this sort of feeling like you're being watched. Even if it's your own gaze and your own reflection, something almost seems like you're looking at yourself, and that's kind of weird and almost like anxiety inducing.
All right, so I'm disinclined to think this one is correct, if only because you're seeing your reflection, and your reflection is a lie. And the eye sees
Reese
truth.
just holds his hand up and he goes, actually, I see truth in there.
To you, all right. I could be wrong. It would not be the first time, and it will certainly not be the last.
I'm not saying it's the right one, it's just.
You see truth in it. But do you
Oh,
know,
I
you'd
truth.
never really know what your face looks like, because when you gaze at it in a glass, it's backwards. You don't know what other people see. Isn't that interesting?
Ulfgren, what are you thinking?
Well, there are 4 cups and 5 of us, so 4 of us can drink one, and somebody's got to get it right. And then he's going to laugh and say, I'm just kidding. And then he's going to walk up and stare into the black one to see what he can see in there.
All right. As you gaze into the black cup, a dark, almost impossible depth seems to be inside of this black cup. even though you obviously can't see internally into it, you can see that motion of something within it. As you stare, the impossible depth of this cup sort of almost like thalassophobia, you know what I mean? Like you kind of like are uncertain of what it is that dwells within that deep, dark, black liquid. But what's even more terrifying is you realize that the liquid top doesn't really look or feel like water, but more like a film. And whatever's underneath it isn't just swimming around. It looks like it's trying to get out.
All right. He's gonna stroke his beard as he looks at it, and then he's gonna move to the next one and stare into it and see what he can see.
The second one is the silver one, which again you will see yourself. Same pretty much description as I gave Reese.
Right. All right. And then he's gonna continue down the line. He's gonna look at all of these.
All right. The red cup appears to be a warm liquid that seems to be churning. It definitely does have the look and consistency of blood, but it smells like this deliciously sweet. If you've ever had rose drinks at all in your life, they're very sweet. They have a very floral note to them. This is kind of what it tastes like. It tastes probably the most appealing of all of the liquids.
All right. And the white one?
The white one appears to, as I mentioned, be kind of like an ordinary milky substance. Like it doesn't look particularly of anything. It seems to be very still. It's even if you kind of like slosh it around a little bit, it has the consistency of milk.
All right. Cool. He's going to take a minute to ponder while I take a minute to ponder.
Sure.
So you said there's the inscriptions on the cup. Is there anything else on the cup? Is there any difference in the writing?
No.
Is there anything that... Okay. Any sort of truth that the eye might see? Does one of them have an eye on it?
No, they didn't write the answer to the puzzle on the cup.
Well, sometimes they do, you know. Hiding in plain sight.
I think Logros begins. Out of all of them, the white cup seems to be the most unscariest compared to the other three.
I agree. It does seem to be the most benign. The red cup smells the most appealing and palatable, but the inscription, death often smells sweeter than life, and the mind sees lies, suggests to me that's not right. This is devilishly difficult.
Well, if I get this wrong, well then, that's only one of us, right?
Ulfgren, get the healing ready.
Logros will go to pick up the white cup.
Mm-hmm.
And if he isn't stopped, he'll take a tentative sip.
All right.
Can I stop him real quick? Because I have a question for Dad.
Sure. As you're about to take a sip, all of a sudden, Ulfkin reaches up and grabs the bottom of the cup. As it does so, it causes the white liquid to spill out and onto the ground. But within a few moments, the cup refills as if by magic.
That's interesting. So, Dag, real quick, about the black cup. I have a question about the thing that looks like it's trying to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like it's just trying to escape, or does it look like it's actively struggling and trying to escape?
I'd say struggling.
Interesting. All right.
As one drowning, perhaps?
Yes, that is what I'm thinking.
Potentially. Logger, as you look at Ulfgren, who has just quietly spilled your drink and said absolutely nothing.
Father Ulfgren,
I'm gonna look.
I'm honestly, I'm leaning towards the black one. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna side with Reese here, though, and I'm gonna take the opportunity to place my hand on his and say, I think he's got it right.
Reese goes,
Oh.
what? I never said this one was the right one. It's just you mentioned lies, and I said I saw truth.
Well, in the inscription on that one, the lonely are never alone, could mean your reflection. Look, when you see your reflection, you're never alone. There's always someone else there with you. So that is also a possibility.
I am not an unintelligent boy, but what cup are we picking? You've said like 2 or 3 in like the past like 30 seconds.
I'm
Yes,
still
well,
working on it. Give me a moment.
We all have different opinions. I'm kind of thinking that maybe Ulfgren had the right of it. Maybe, so wait. Ulfgren doesn't drink any, but the rest of us each take one. That way he can clean up the mess afterwards. What do you think?
Okay, go with me on this thought journey. All right. In the overall inscription, it says the eyes see truth, right? The silver one says the lonely are never alone and shows your reflection. That you can see. That is the only one technically that is true. Everything else you have to make assumptions about.
That's
But
kind of
see-
what I'm thinking as well.
All right.
But you do have a good point.
I'm overthinking it. No. I'm overthinking it because the reflection's not really true, but
I mean, if you're going off what is true, then, I mean, that which drowns need not water is also true. You can drown in many things besides water, and it doesn't always have to be physical. And the lonely are never alone because you always have your own thoughts. And well,
I mean, if we're going off of the statements, they've all got a great next to them.
right, exactly. I mean, I have no idea.
Basil also says, don't forget, there's also what the gargoyle actually said. If you need to, I mean, perhaps you could ask him to repeat it, or perhaps he can say something more than the riddle itself.
Mr. Gargoyle, can you repeat it and maybe expand on it?
No.
If you've
I can repeat it, but I'm not giving you anything extra.
What if I tickle you?
Then I would clobber you.
That sounds very unappealing. All right, but I'd be grateful if you'd repeat it.
4 cups. 1 will carry you safely through the dreaming. 3 will show you things you desperately wish were not true. You may inspect them, you may discuss them, but choose incorrectly, and I shall wake you the hard way.
But you will wake us.
Yes.
Well, that doesn't sound too terrible. And truths that we desperately wish were not true. And I desperately wish I want to hear.
Logros puts down the white cup, and then if Ulfgren suggests the silver cup. He's going to pick up the silver cup. I mean, the reason why it's fine. If you think it's the right choice, Father Elfman, I trust you.
Determined to hear.
That's the silver seems the most likely to me, but that's just my opinion.
Okay. Mr. Gargoyle,
Yes.
I specifically, as in me, choose the silver goblet.
Then consume.
He will then bring the goblet to his lips if nobody stops him and take a tentative sip.
All right. As you do so, you sip at what could possibly be mercury as you allow the silver liquid to pass over your lips. It's not mercury, but immediately... However, immediately you begin to gain visions. All around you, a series of mirrors begin to appear, each one showing a reflection of yourself staring at you. You now get the feeling like nothing you can do, nothing you say, nothing you have is concealed. Everything about you is laid out to bear. Your deepest fears, your insecurities, everything is now poured forth from you and observed by witnesses of countless eyes as they stare upon you. The anxiety and paranoia begin to seep deep into your bones, and I need you to make me a will save, please.
Very well. A 19.
All right, a 19 is not going to be enough. All right, at this point in time, a version of Logres now appears and draws out its spear. It begins to recite all of Logres's deepest secrets and insecurities as it goes to attack you. Now, I'm not going to go into a combat because, one, I kind of want us to go a little bit further in the puzzle, but we're going to pretend like there was a little Logres fight here, which between, like, again, the 5/6 of you, you'll destroy the clone, not too big of a deal. Between Karen and also make it clear, there is a clear distinction between your Logres and the mirror Logres as well, so there's no confusion. But after a short fight and an exchange of blows, the glass shatters as the clone is destroyed. But Logres, I'm going to need you to roll me a percentage, please.
Of course. An 82.
All right, this is going to be juicy. I need you to roll me a d4, please.
Very good. D4.
Mm-hmm.
A 4, please.
I need 4 moderately personal pieces of information that you are keeping secret to be revealed to the party. Could be anything, but they should be
secrets.
reasonable secrets.
I had secrets? As in Matt secrets or Logres secrets?
Logres secrets. I mean, if there are Matt secrets, you can release them too, but you know. But these have to be of a moderate thing. It's very, very, like, reasonably personal. Like, if 100 was, like, your deepest and darkest secret, 83 is kind of like, you know, pretty big secrets.
The big one that Logres has is that he does not believe he should have been knighted. He didn't feel like he was ready to be knighted. He does not think he's up to the task of being knighted.
Okay, that's the first thing that the clone would have shared. That unpreparedness, the not ready, that he was rushed through his process, that maybe you're nothing more than a nepotism hire.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Second biggest secret?
The second biggest secret is that he was never really interested in the fighting part. He was more involved in the history and the tactics. He was not necessarily the warrior that his mentor trained him to be. He was he was more of the intellectual.
A disappointment. No one needs a knight who can't protect people and just reads books.
Pretty much.
Okay, love that. All right, number 3.
I don't think more secrets, to be honest. I think that's
Well,
most
we're
of
going to
them.
create some then, shall we?
I was going to create some secrets. Can we circle back to it, or do I have to think of them on the spot?
Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll a random fear for you. You ready?
Oh, perfect. I love that. Please do that.
All right. Give me a number between 1 to 5.
Let's go 3.
1, 2, 3. All right. Roll me a d12.
A D12. That's not a D12, Matt. That's a D12. That's a 2.
A 2. Oh, this one's actually quite nice. Autophobia. Autophobia is fear of being alone.
Oh, nice.
Very ironic, given the place that you've gotten that. So the truth is that you are actually terrified of returning back to the town of Roslar's Coffer, because your greatest fear is that when you return, you will be alone, that you won't have people around you, that you won't be able to protect anyone. It'll just be you and these worthless skills that are only useful for keeping you alive at the end of everything. All right. And let's see. Here we go. And one last one. Let's see. Let's give ya... Do. Oh, I like this one. You know that Reese's dog used to belong to someone, an old man who had an unknown illness, who came to the church and your priesthood in order to be healed. He, however, wasn't able to be cured. At the time, you thought it was strange, you know, like we have priests and clerics and paladins and stuff, but they were turned away because they didn't have enough money to get a curative. You never found out what happened to that old man. You thought that he'd simply died along with everyone else at Rosler's Coffer. But the dog is here and still has a physical form. Part of you will always wonder if money was the reason you let an old man die. Let the owner of dog die. And every time you see dog, that thought crosses your mind, which is why you've never stopped to show dog any affection, you fucking monster.
I like that a lot too. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. That is the secret you
Holy
shit.
Yes!
That is the
Holy shit!
That is the secrets that the mirror version reveals.
All right, so
Logros
I'm
then
going
goes
to
off
be
into a
candid
corner.
with you. The first was not so very secret.
Well, it is to him.
I thought he covered up quite well. Thank you very much. All right.
That last one, however, that was a doozy.
Yeah. Reese puts his hands on the dog's ears and he's don't listen, boy.
Okay, there we go.
Logros then goes into a corner and just sobs quietly.
All right. The gargoyle's eyes glow. And as they do so, one of the cups disappear, the silver cup.
No.
I'm going to stride up to the red cup and just shoot it down like a Russian shooting vodka.
I was going to do the white, but you got to it first.
Okay, the red cup, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Immediately, blood begins to pour out of every single orifice. Your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, and it begins to pour like a torrent. I need a fortitude save from you, please. And for the love of God, do not crit fumble.
Oh, no. You're gonna kill me.
Yeah, that was
I
my
won't
hero
if you
point so
don't
far.
make me.
All right, so what a
I mean,
fortitude.
you've got 2
Okay.
hero points and a nat 20.
That's
so
true. That's true. You're pretty
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and
that's
you've just
true.
gotten an inspiration
I'm-
from McBluff.
I love you, Mac. 27.
All right, and roll again. Inspiration.
Oh, okay. Yes, thank you. Oh,
Yeah, that would have been bad. But your fortitude does indeed manage to allow you to save. However, you are the proud owner of
some Mincy's monster.
All right, you are the proud owner of 19 points of slashing damage as your interior begins to become riddled with gashes as blood begins to pour out from you. No matter what you do, you can't seem to staunch the bleeding. It's continuing to pour blood out of you. As this happens, you feel something that a lot of people who do suffer from massive blood loss don't really recognize. Most of the time, it's the trauma, it's the damage, it's the slashing, it's the cuts. But what you don't realize is the cold, the tiredness, the slipping consciousness that slowly begins to fade as your eyes get tired. You look at Pampa for the first time, and you start thinking about your wedding. You start thinking about those times that you, on your honeymoon, sat at the edge of a lake, watching the sun as it began to set. You start thinking of all of these moments in your life that were meaningful to you as you slowly start to simply feel sleepy and tired.
I'm gonna weakly lift my hand towards Karen and say, Pampa?
Are you all right? Wolfgren, can you do anything about this?
Yeah, so Ulfgren, when Logris came back to them or whatever and went to the corner, would have started walking over there to comfort him because he feels guilty because he's the one that said the silver.
Fair.
And then when Threna drinks, he's going to turn and go, no, wait! And then once the bleeding starts, he would have rushed over to try and heal her. So
Okay.
I don't know if it'll do any good, but we're gonna try.
So I'm gonna forward this a little bit because we're in the last couple of minutes here. You attempt to heal Threna. The healing does work. However, magical healing does not seem to staunch the bleeding. So if you could drop a healing, sorry, my apologies, I did assume. Are you using a healing spell or are you using medicine checks?
I was gonna do the medicine checks.
Okay, do the medicine check then. You will, of course, learn that, the healing magics aren't stopping the bleeding.
Gotcha. As soon as I find it.
All right, Ulfgren rushes over, medicine kit in hand. They attempt their best to try and sort of mend Threna. Basil will also do a light bit of healing here with spell magic. So you will heal 12 hit points as you are bleeding out. Yep.
Oops, that's not the right one.
All right. All right, that's 9 points of healing to Threna. Okay, and I need you to... No, that 17 is not going to be enough to stop the bleeding. The bleeding continues for another 24 damage. Threna, both Basil and Ulfgren are trying their best to heal you, but blood just continues to rush out of your body. This might possibly be your last words. Karen, you're standing there over Ulfgren and Basil as they're both frantically trying to fix what's going on. Karen, what do you say to your wife?
I am going to wrap her in my arms give her a kiss, and tell her that it can't take your heart because your heart is mine. I have it with me. You're strong. You will get past this.
Gain a hero point. Also, fuck you. That's really good. I'm gonna give one to Threna as well. All right, there we go. Okay, once again, Ulfgren, can I get another medicine check? Basil says it's too early for goodbyes, Karen. Come on, Ulfgren, we can do this together. With a 20. Yep, I need you to roll your healing on her.
That sucked.
That wasn't great. Okay, let's see how we go here. Threna takes a little bit more healing. All right, and this, if this doesn't bring you to 0, Basil and Ulfgren, with their last little piece, managed to finally stop the bleeding. You start to feel your consciousness coming back to you, Threna, bit by bit. You're still very low on blood, but you remember this feeling before. You've been on the battlefield many, many, many times. You know how close to death you had just come.
Yes.
And in that moment, the weird thing is, while terrifying to leave behind your friends and your loved ones, that moment you shared with Cairn was so incredibly sweet that you now understand what was written upon the cup. The phrase, "Death often smells sweeter than life." And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Wasn't about rot at all.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We are partway through this puzzle. There are and of course the red cup then disappears and vanishes, leaving only 2 cups behind. But I do want to save the other two for later. We'll give Karen and Threna a chance to sort of react and be thankful that they survived the encounter. Ulfgren going over to Logres after Threna has been saved to offer some comfort amidst all of the secrets. Reese comforting his dog, and the gargoyle's eyes once again flash, this time from red to yellow, as it is as watching all of this unfold. But thank you to everyone for coming and joining us today. I hope you guys had a great time. We will be back later on this evening. We will hopefully, unless there is protesting for it, we will hopefully be broadcasting our first episode of Spore Wars this evening, so be sure to tune in for that. That should be a lot of fun. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week. And also, if you are interested, we do have an available slot open for Spore Wars, which is a level 11 adventure, and we have a second slot open on Wednesdays for our Season of Ghosts as well. So there you go. Also, you're very welcome, Cass, and everyone. And I didn't do half of it. I did do most of that. Actually, I'm lying. I did a lot of it. But Twiff, by the way, dude, fucking, that was so good, man. That was so fucking good. It takes a lot to get me to get to a point where I'm like starting to feel things, and I'm like, no, god damn it. But that was good. That's dope. You did good. All right. Anyway, guys,
my wife.
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys, whatever you happen to be doing today, I hope you do so in great health and with great joy. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other, because why the fuck not? It's free. And until we meet again, game hard, or die trying. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.